What's going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 20 of the Philadelphia Eagles Connected Franchise Mode, the off-season. So it's going to be a long one, but it is going to be worth the watch as we're going to encompass everything that goes in this off-season. We'll do the Super Bowl recap, we'll do some in-house signings, we'll go to the free agency period, and then it will be the epic 2018 NFL Draft Class, which I already know, through the magics of video editing, it's going to seem like it's seamless. It's going to probably take me 2 hours to edit all the prospects, but I am ready to do it. So, without further ado, looking at the Super Bowl as we came up short against the Atlanta Falcons. We'll leave it as that. That's the best way to put it because was not a pretty game, was not happy with my team's performance. Instead, Atlanta Falcons lose to the Baltimore Ravens. Very surprising team to see them in the Super Bowl. The Ravens. Wow. Did Ed Reed come out of retirement? Did Ray Lewis come out of retirement? Is Joe Flacco elite? I think they have just answered that as the Ravens go over the Atlanta Falcons 28-14. So back-to-back Super Bowl losses for the Atlanta Falcons. They becoming the Buffalo Bills. Looking at the big studs, Flacco 263, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Freeman and West both had rushing touchdowns. No, I mean, Taylor Gabriel looked like he had the biggest day there. What do we got on the defense here? Big day from Deion Jones, but we got a sack from Mosley, a sack from Pierce. So it looks like the elite Atlanta Falcons offensive line that we went up against made some plays. Tavon Young had a pick. Alfred had a pick. Alfred, the guy that single-handedly, at 5'10", 185 pounds, shut down Alshon Jeffrey. But there you go. Our Super Bowl champions here in year one is the Baltimore Ravens. Very, very surprising, but hey, at least it's not like the Patriots or the Seahawks or the Falcons or the Packers or the Steelers, teams that predominantly tend to do well here in the sim. So looking at our contracts here, the big decision, I mean, blunt, we want to try to get a running back here. Warmack's interesting. He is 26. He's an 80 overall, but I think we'll let him hit the market because he has that slow dev trait, so there's not a whole lot there in terms of the future. Bobo Allen, I like him, but that's a decently expensive contract for a guy that's never going to play as depth. But Alshon Jeffrey is the big one. We can't lose him. He's 28. I feel like a long-term deal he wanted a 4-year deal. That's a little too much for me, especially because 29 is about when wide receivers start to decline. So we're going to franchise tag Alshon Jeffrey for $11 million a year. I'm completely fine with doing that to make sure we retain our best weapon along with Zach Ertz out wide, especially with a lot of change that's going to be happening in our backfield. We don't want a lot of change on too many assets of our facets of our offense. So that being said, now it's time to move into free agency. All right, so here we are at the free agency period, and with tagging Alshon, we only have $22 million available, and I guess we should show this actually before we go in. It's a sad time because the bodyguard himself, Jason Peters, has decided to retire, and as well, we lost Donnie Longball on the specialist. We no longer had a punter. We got Drew Kaiser here just as fill the void. I'm going to try to draft one if we can. But yeah, rest in peace to Donnie Jones. And more importantly, we're going to see Jason Peters hopefully in the Hall of Fame. But that being said, we don't have a whole lot of money. And everyone knows year one in free agency is never very strong. I mean, we'll go through some of the positions here just because I want you to get an idea of the scope for the league, not just our team. So at the quarterback spot, Breeze, Bridgewater, Garoppolo are big names to keep an eye on. Same with McCarron. Looks like the Jets are trying to make a play for McCarron. The Bears for Garoppolo, the Jags for Bridgewater, and the damn AI, man. Okay, the Bills would make sense. But why would the Rams go for Drew Brees when you have Jared Goff? And Goff's stats weren't even really that bad. That's disappointing. Charles Sims, looks like the Giants are trying to make a play for him. Jeremy Hill here might be the next starting running back for the Washington Redskins. Jamal Charles is there with no bids. Dion Lewis is intriguing. Like I said, with our running back stable, obviously I'm not a huge fan of Humphrey or Smallwood, to be honest with you, but we're definitely going to be landing a running back in one of the first couple rounds. But Dion Lewis is intriguing. Carlos Hyde is looking like he's going back to the 49ers. That could be an intriguing one if we didn't have a line set on a running back that in the first round there. Eddie Lacy going to the Jets. LeGarrette Blount, who was good for us last year, but his speed was, I don't even need to know the exact number. His speed was taking a massive hit, and he just would have been like 70-some speed. Too slow. McKinnon's not bad, man. 26, 80. There are some options here at running back, but, I mean, Pumphrey, as far as Madden is concerned, will be a serviceable backup. You know, we're not going to go in front of fullback here. Wide receiver, Larry Fitzgerald. Should we bring the Philadelphia Eagles killer to Philly? No, we got Alshon here for 1 year. We got Torrey Smith. But I'm going to be honest, as I'm recording this, Nelson Agholor, at the beginning of this franchise, I was just shitting all over Nelson Agholor. I wasn't going to use him. But with how he's played in real life, I actually might give Agholor a shot. And look at our wide receivers. We have Alshon for 1 year. Torrey Smith is, he's probably going to get bumped below Agholor and Mack Hollins. Mack Hollins had a tremendous rookie season for us. But I'm happy with those guys as my group of 4 wide receivers. So it looks like Larry Fitzgerald might be going to Kansas City. Willie Snead with the Titans and or the Jets. Marquise Lee to the Colts. Taylor Gabriel to the Steelers. 3 bids in for Philly Brown, to go to the Cardinals. Moncrief, who I thought about, because Moncrief has been such a beast in the sim, but because we play the games, we won't grab him. He looks like he's going to the Bears. Josh Gordon to the Chiefs. Marquez Wilson to the Niners. So it looks like the Chiefs are trying to make some plays here at the wide receiver spot to get Tyreek Hill some assistance. Cam Brate might be going to the Broncos and or the Raiders or the Jets, all trying to go in there, but we're absolutely set at the tight end spot. Left tackle Donald Penn might be a little band-aid there for the Bucks. Greg Robinson to the Niners. Warmack, the Chiefs want Chance Warmack big time. We're not placing a bid on Chance Warmack. So good luck elsewhere, bud. We'll just move Wisniewski to guard until Ciomalo is ready. Actually, I'll probably just swap him, to be honest with you. We'll keep Kelsey at center. We'll move Ciomalo to the backup center and have Wisniewski start at guard. Center here, we got Fulton going to the Bills. Nothing really here at guard. Right tackle, Bushi trying to go to the Raiders. Raiders trying to reload on that offensive line. Defensively here, you got William Golston going back to the Bucks. Looks like they want to return him. Crawford, the Canadian boy, trying to go to the Patriots. D tackle Sharif Floyd going to the Redskins. That's a big gift for him, even though in real life he might not ever be the same type of player again. I don't know. What's the update on Sharif Floyd? I know Gator made Florida Gator guy. I know he picked up a big knock, but he's probably one of the better free agents in terms of his age. Like, he should probably develop it to probably 87, 88, and that's going within the division. But obviously with Fletch and Jernigan, we do not need a D tackle whatsoever. Aaron Lynch, another young guy going to the Redskins. Redskins reloading on defense here to improve the defensive line, even though in real life they did the exact same thing the previous offseason with Terrell McClain and I can't remember the next other dude. But okay, I see what you're doing there. Shaq Barrett looks like he'll be going to another just going within the division. I don't know if that's a thing. There's a computer AI within your own division. Seem like the only people that want to sign guys, but that's a big get for Dallas if they're able to get him. Kennard there to the Bucks. Preston Brown going to the Dolphins. All right, Dolphins getting some linebacker help. Nothing really much there. Right outside linebacker, the cornerback spot. Brent Grimes not going anywhere. Deshaun Shed to the Bucks are just spending and trying to buy everyone, I guess. Draker Patrick to the Bills potentially. Bryce Callahan to the Jets. At free safety, McDougal to the Bills. It's like the same 5 teams. The Bills, Bucks, Redskins are just trying to make plays, I guess. TJ McDonald to the Cowboys. Well, Cowboys trying to reload there. Eric Reed's an interesting one. I thought about this one. This is the one that I was thinking about making a play on just because Malcolm Jenkins is 30 and look at that big time regression. I think he was at 85, hit that wall. Now he's down to an 83. But I personally think I might move Rasul Douglas or something like that to the strong safety spot and keep it in-house. But I would definitely, this is probably the closest guy I was thinking about putting a bid on. Kicker, we have Jake Elliott locked down long term. And I think we're just going to draft a punter, so Kaiser sits there as a placeholder. So we are trying, though, at free safety. It's Madden cheese. It's Marcus Williams, the rookie, who get cut, I guess, from the Saints. He's 21. He's 74. I like to bring him in as depth if possible. We're currently beating the Texans for the bid. So I guess what we will do here is quickly advance to stage 2 and see if we can lock him in. And other than that, I think we're going to be pretty quiet in free agency. A lot of shuffling. I really think I like the talent that we have on the roster right now, so we can relocate some of these guys, change some positions. And we lost out on Williams. I guess he wanted to start in gig, and he wasn't going to start over Rodney McLeod. But yeah, we're just going to scout some more players. What I'll do, actually, after a couple more scouting sessions, is I'm going to show you guys my short list of the random generated guys and who I'm thinking they may be in terms of real prospects. And then we'll get into the draft, and then we'll wrap up the episode. Alright, so let's take a quick look at some of the top signings in free agency around the league, because obviously we didn't sign anyone. So Drew Brees went to the Buffalo Bills. Thank God he didn't go to the Rams. Bills make a lot more sense, as he will be the starter there. Maybe the Bills are going to be competitive. We have Fitzgerald going to the Lions. Donald Penn going back to the Bucks, back where it started. I can't recall if that's where he got drafted by, but I know he spent time with the Bucks. Gates went to the Ravens. Brait went to the Raiders. Grimes went back to the Bucks. Floyd is signed into the division. That's a big name we got to watch. That's going to be tough, as that Redskins defensive line has got much improved. The Giants got Charles Sims, so they found their running back. I like to see that. Hopefully the AI gives us the running back I want, because I'll show you guys my short list in a second here. Barrett went to the, oh my god, Barrett went to the Redskins, so the Redskins defense is Redskins just signing everyone. They got Shaq Barrett, they got Jeremy Hill. Oh, okay, Giants got Fasano, they brought back Kennard. What else we got? Marquise Lee went to the Texans. Willie Snead went to the Jets. Bridgewater went to the Jags. Blunt went to the Colts. At least he's not within the division. Lynch, young guy here, went to the Redskins. So the Redskins balled up. Let's be completely honest. They spent a whole lot of money. And well, it's, yeah, you know, medium draft class. So we're going to start this draft real quick. We're going to pause it just to show you guys my short list and where we're at, because, oh my god, I hope I get this guy. So we're going to view my draft board. And here is my, here we go. So, we have this guy, Brian Zimmerman. He's going to be probably our, like, you know, get the carrying. It looks good. I'm just going to show you the guy we want. Andre Hemingway is the guy. He's currently ranked as the number 2 running back, I think, we go to available. He looks incredible. A- carrying, has a 4.27 speed. That is this guy. Whoever gets this guy, Andre Hemingway, is getting Saquon Barkley. I don't even care if he's not first taken. This guy looks freaky good, and he's going to be the top dog. And I hope to God we can grab him at some point during this draft. Outside of that, man, we'll just see here. So the running back spot, there's a couple good options. I mean, I'd be all right with any of these first-round backs. A- carrying is good. All these guys. I think Hemingway, 82 plus for sure. Spencer and Colo will probably still be, 76, 78, somewhere around that range. So I feel good with that. And then even these guys down here, I mean, that's a terrible 40 time. There's some solid backs. At the fullback spot, this is the fullback we're going to try to get in the 6th round, because I want to start running out of the eye. And I have a feeling, sometimes in the 6th, 7th round, there are fullbacks that become available that are like in the 80s. So I'm hoping to God we can hit on one of those. At the wide receiver spot, there's only one wide receiver I like. We don't have a 2nd or 3rd round pick. So in the 4th round, this is a guy that could be all right for us if he's still there. Getting a good 40, has that 3-cone that is a pretty good indicator. Obviously, really, really small from UTEP. We all know my thoughts on UTEP. But if we can add him and bring him in, especially because you have to consider, we don't know what's going to happen with Aguilar, even though I'm going to try my best to get him involved. And Torrey Smith is old, and Alshon Jeffrey is not really a long-term option at this stage. So he could be a good young pickup. I can see that guy being, probably 75 with a good dev trait. As far as the offensive line is concerned, man, haven't found much outside the center spot. This center looks decent, has 32 on the bench press. This center looks like a monster. I don't think we're going to really get a draft to center, though, to be honest with you. This right guard looks really, really solid as well for a 3rd round pick. But offensive line is not looking too pretty, which kind of sucks for us. I mean, we may take a gamble late in the draft with a guy that might have, high bench press or something like that, kind of cop out. We have some defensive ends here, 7th round D end here. This guy looks pretty impressive. Obviously, the 40 time's not that great, but the bench press looks really nice. And just for depth, because you got to think Brandon Graham and Vinny Curry, our defensive ends look nice, but outside of Derek Burnett, there's not a lot of youth there. So if this guy's still there in the 7th round, he fits the scheme, he'd be an interesting pickup. Right defensive end, these are just impressive guys. I don't think we're going to draft them. Same here. This is a tough one, because this guy looks like a monster. Malik Coates from Maine, all B's, got the 38 bench press, got the sub-5 40-yard dash. He's a D tackle, though. We do not need a D tackle with Cox and Jernigan, but I don't know. It's just giving our options here in the 7th round. Nice little linebacker here as well. Higgins in the 4th round, 7-1 combine grade. Might go with him. I don't know yet. We're just giving us some options here. Couldn't find a good corner. Couldn't find a safety. We have a punter. We need to get a punter, so hopefully this guy goes to undrafted free agents, and then we can just grab him there, because I don't really want to, blow a pick. But that looks pretty good. A kick power, B kick accuracy. That's probably like a guy that's like low 70s. But overall, man, I do like our draft board, but I really this is the guy, man. Andre Hemingway is the dude. I'm going to say, I feel like we have like a 30% chance of landing him. But let's stop it. Let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it and get into this draft. When we come back, you guys are going to see At the very least, I don't know how much I'm going to do tonight because, like I said, this is going to be the last Philadelphia Eagles episode for a little bit, and tomorrow is going to be the beginning of the Snowhawks. I might just modify the Philadelphia Eagles players, and then before you guys see the start up of Season 2, that's kind of how I can catch up when I'm bored. Just log in and start modifying the rosters a little bit. But at the end of this video, you will see the full draft class modified for your Philadelphia Eagles. So now, let's jump in the draft, see who we can get. Hemingway, aka Saquon Barkley. Let's do it. Alright, so here we are, doing a quick look at the draft recap. And if you remember, just quickly go back to the through the magic of video editing. You're going to see the guys that were on our watch list. We got a bunch of them. So in the first round, we got Andre Hemingway, who fell to us all the way at number 30. And I believe he's the first running back. I'm 99.9% sure he was the first running back taken. I couldn't believe it. He's 82 overall. Only has the quick dev, so I guess we didn't get the full prospect, but that's one of the highest running backs. I've seen a couple running backs higher. That's one of the highest running backs I've seen. The quick dev, I will take it. The 96 speed, I'll take it. Even though, why doesn't he have higher acceleration? There we go. We got our Saquon Barkley. We got Isdanner. I'm not going to go full in, but these are the guys that we had on a short list. We got Isdanner in the 3rd round, 75 overall with normal dev trait. We got this Jacobs guy. I didn't see him at all because he didn't attend the combine at left tackle. There was no good tackles whatsoever in this year's draft class, so he took a gamble on the guy that didn't attend the combine. And we got Clayton Jacobs, 75 overall with normal dev trait. I will take it. We took a gamble here on a guard that we didn't actually scout. We just went with highest bench press. Guilty to admit it. 76 overall with normal dev trait. We got our D tackle that was supposed to go in the 7th round, Malik Coates. Remember I said I didn't want him because we don't need D tackles. Took a gamble, 79, quick dev trait. I mean, I have no idea where this guy's going to fit in on our team. I mean, he's not small enough to move to a D tackle, but I have no idea. Maybe throw him up on the trade block, but we're not just going to piss away a perfect prospect like that. He's a beast. We'll have to find a way to get him involved, I think. We got our fullback, 81 overall. It's not the 86 or the 85s or the 84s I've been able to see, but I will take an 81 overall fullback considering I want to transition to the I, and he was a 5th round pick. We got LaRock, who didn't look out too great here in the 6th round, 72 overall DN with normal depth trade. And then we got a punter, 72 overall. I didn't want to draft him, but there's no one left on our board. And we're going to make him my boy from the University of Florida, Johnny Townsend, as our new punter. But yeah, there we go. I just wanted to show you guys the base draft class. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 of our 8 picks were guys that we scouted and were able to grab. But I can't believe we got Hemingway. That is dope. I know there's been lots of Saquon Barkley content on the channel, but this is going to be awesome. We did the career mode of Saquon Barkley with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, you know, when we return for Season 2 of the Philadelphia Eagles franchise, we have Saquon Barkley in that backfield with Carson, mother effing Wentz. So I'm going to modify these prospects up, get their, you know, likenesses, if you will, and we'll wrap up the episode.